Hi, I'm Mark. I'm the spiritual advisor for Marc Healing Arts. It's so great to see you all here today. Well, we ask the Oracle cards, will my relationship last? I know it's a scary question, but it's so important to understand how the relationship will work in or out of the relationship. But before we get to the Oracle cards, I like a few words about compassion. Compassion is something gets lost in this crazy world. It's not about fixing or solving. It's about feeling. It's showing. It's being the present for yourself or for the other person. If you like what you hear, please don't forget to subscribe to Marc Healing Arts on YouTube and like the videos. If you want to contact me in between videos, go to my website, marchealingarts.com, listed in the description box below. Now let's begin. I have 5 piles of cards here, each one paired with a unique succulent plant. Pile number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pick the pile of cards that you feel attracted to. Listen to your heart, listen to your gut, which one you like to pick. To see your reading, skip to the timestamp listed in the description box below. Okay, here we go. Pick a card. Number 1, will my relationship last? First card I got for you is no, it will not last. But now there's reasons why. I feel like you two are now working the way you need to work it out. So if you don't work out the relationship, how can it last? You got to communicate. You really have to connect. And I feel like you're really lacking communication here. So you got to start talking to each other so you can make things work out. The other way, it's talking, it won't last if you do not do this. So it's not definite 100% that your relationships are going to go to sour and you're going to break up. What it really comes down to is you have to communicate more, because if you don't, then it's giving you like no explanation point. It's telling you if you don't do this, it's not going to last. So you got to really work at it. And let's go more into it, your relationship. I really feel like if you really work it out with each other, then within the next few months, things will get a lot better and things will improve. Now, I know you like to hear that. But just keep that in mind. But you need to communicate. Because if you do not communicate, it's not going to last. And so you really got to put the full effort out into it. Even though the first one said no, that does not mean right away it's all over and you're done with. But you need to communicate. And that's what these cards are telling me. These angels communicate through these cards and telling me to tell you that. So keep that in mind. Communication is a big key for you. Improving health. Improving health. Well, if you do this, I can tell this has really been stressing you out, dealing with the relationship. So you really gotta work through this because it's stressing yourself out. It affects your health. And this has been a burden on you, so you really need to work it out by communicating, like I already mentioned to you a couple of times. If you do, overall, you're going to feel better about yourself in all different aspects, the mental, emotional, physical, and spiritual of your being. And you'll be at a higher frequency, and you'll feel great. But this has been a burden on you, so really got to work through this, a little bit at a time. How do you work through it to make your relationship last? Well, find different ways on how to express yourself. Keep it simple, but listen to your heart when you express it. And it's really important, so you'll keep your relationship to last. But say don't go too harsh, because I feel like your partner can take it the wrong way. It doesn't feel right, about what's going on in the relationship too. So you need to communicate. But this is really important for this relationship to last. You need to become more assertive. More assertive, that means you have to put the effort out into doing it. Like I just mentioned to you, do it in different ways of communicate. You know what you could do? You can create a chart. Create a chart of all the faults that you see in yourself and your partner. You strengthen out your faults by doing things the opposite way. So if you're doing one way, it's not working, do the opposite way, more in a positive way. Enforce that. But also, whatever what bothers you about your partner that you have written down, express that. But do it in little areas. That means do a little here, little there, you know what I mean? And don't make it a whole big lecture, but do it in a talk and make it fun. If you make it fun into the talk, then your partner will laugh, or it won't be defensive, and it will listen to you. But it does take two to tango in a relationship. Sometimes you need assistance from other people. Don't listen to too many people, but you do have a lot of help here. So helpful people are here to help you. And this could be family, it could be friends. Sometimes it could be co-workers as well. So keep it in mind, you're not alone in this. I know it's a bothersome thing, and I know it bothers you. But the only way you're going to work it out, that sometimes you need people to help you. People that you know, of course. For some people, they need to go to a therapist because they're so disturbed dealing with the relationship. But something I want to express to you that's so important. You got to let go. Let go. That means let go of all the feelings you've had from the past. Don't hold on to it anymore. And don't think about anything negative about the relationship won't work. Because if you do that, then things are going to fall apart. You don't want it to fall apart. So you have to let bygones be bygones. And any thoughts that you have in your mind that you throw out into the universe that can affect the relationship, you need to push that to the side too. Only manifest beautiful things. So you tighten up the relationship and you'll create more of a bond. Because whatever energies that you throw out can affect the relationship. And angels are there to help you too. Look for a sign. Look for a sign. So the angels are there to help you, guide you, and support you. So they'll throw different signs at you. It could be in a dream. Someone could speak to you that the angel gave them a message to give to you. So look for a sign, of help. Go into a meditation and ask yourself, your higher self, who identifies you as a soul, for answers, as well as ask for your angels and guides and loved ones to come through and ask questions. So you have guidance from spirit. You have assistants on the earth who can help you. It could be a co-worker, it could be a relative, it could be a friend. So, or sometimes again, like people come to see a therapist, like I could help you through it as a spiritual advisor. But you got to be really assertive at this to make this work. If you don't become assertive at it to make it work, it's not going to work. And overall, your well-being will feel great if you do this, because I feel like this has been a real burden on you. But you have to let go from the past. Think of strategies or ways to work out the relationship, like the chartboard I mentioned to you. And also little side things you want to say, to them, from the chart that you created. And think of the way how you're going to express it, but think it from the heart. Think how I would want to say this really simple without hurting my partner. But remember, let bygones be bygones and look for the signs to angels. They want to help you, so they want to guide you and direct you. So remember, this could happen within a few months. You could have a really beautiful relationship if you want to work it out. Only if you want to work it out. It could be a beautiful relationship within a few months. Not long at all. And you put this together, yes, your relationship will last if you make this happen. Many thanks for watching today. I'm Marc, the Spiritual Advisor for Marc Healing Arts. If you need my help, I'm here for you. In addition to psychic readings, I support my clients with energetic healings and spiritual coaching to move them toward where they want to be in their life. Please reach out to me through my website, marchealingarts.com, listed in the description box below. Come back next week when we'll ask Spirit, how do I attract positivity? Blessings and love to you, and remember to approach everything with compassion. Until next time, I'm Marc, the Spiritual Advisor for Marc Healing Arts, and have a beautiful day. Okay, here we go. Pick your card number 2. Will my relationship last? There's things to reconsider dealing with your relationship. Things to reconsider. That means you have things that have to be thought about, talked out, work it out to make this relationship last. So there's a lot of things to think about and really to decide which way is it going, to decide which way it's going to go. Which way you're going to figure out how I can make this relationship last. What do I need to do to fulfill my needs and my partner's needs so we can develop a bond and make things work? But it's saying, wait. Think before you make your final decision. That's why it's saying, wait. Don't do anything that you'll be sorry for later on. So pause, think what you're going to do. That's why it's saying reconsider of what you're trying to think, what you're trying to do to make this relationship last. So this thinking, there's a process that you want to go through to make it happen. But remember, always use your heart when you make the decision. If you're not thinking logic at the time, don't make any kind of move or do anything in your power to affect the relationship. So really reconsider this. So again, you're thinking a lot, and that's why there's a pause when I said before, wait before, because it's like saying, well, before you jump the gun, really think things through. And when you get lost and confused, you can always ask your angels. Ask your angels. Because they're here to guide you and support you. They don't want you to be lost and confused and not knowing what direction that you want to go in. But they're willing, but they want you to ask. If you just assume that, well, they're here, so I'm not going to ask any questions. I'm just going to just assume that they're just going to help me. No, they're actually emphasizing here, ask us, we're here for you, but you need to ask. And if you ask, they'll help you through it. So you have guidance and support here. So don't feel like you're alone in this. Besides asking the angels, you could also go into meditation. Because if you go into meditation brings answers. This is right from your angels. They tell me to tell you that meditation brings answers. So ask for your angels for help. Also, you yourself, you have the answers within you. And then what you need to do is to meditate. And ask yourself, keep your mind quiet. You may see a visual effect. You may hear. You may feel. You may need to do any of those things when you meditate. So remember to meditate. Again, let me repeat that again. When you meditate, that you'll get answers. You may hear words from angels or within yourself, your higher self, identifies you as a soul. You may hear it. They may show you things within your mind. You may feel it. So remember to watch out for those signs, because those signs are so important that they'll help you and guide you. But I promise, if you listen to this, you will recover from this. You will recover. You will be okay. So recovery, you will recover from this. Seems like you're going through I would say like a rough time, with it, but work out one thing at a time. But it looks like you really need assistance here to make this relationship last. You really need to ask more questions. But you will recover from it. And the relationship will work out, but you need to go through this. You need to question it and explore it. Think about it, what you're going to do with it. So there's a work involved that you need to do to make this relationship last. Not only for you, but your partner needs to do it as well. Because if you don't, how is the relationship going to last? So there's hope here, but communication, non-verbally, as well as verbally, is going to come into play here. And verbally, what I mean by expressing it, non-verbally, you could show the person how you care. You don't always have to speak it. But I'm telling you, will be a lot happier for you, because look at this. Big happy changes are coming. Big happy changes. I know you may feel at times the relationship's not working out, but it will work out. Because look, big happy changes are coming. So beautiful things are going to happen in this relationship. Your love will strengthen. It will grow. And that's what you want. So this promise here, like I told you before. But remember what I said to you originally when we first started, is you've got to reconsider. Think of all the things that you'd like to do in this relationship to make it last. But ask for assistance is very, very, very important. Ask for assistance as well as you to meditate. But look at this, recovery and happy changes. That means things will work itself out, and you're going to be really happy about what you did to make the relationship last. But like I said to you before, and the angels that tell me to tell you this, to listen to your intuition. That will also guide you and direct you besides the angels. Listen to your intuition. Will help you make this relationship last. There's work involved here. I know it can get very frustrating, but you'll be okay. But if you take one thing at a time, and you listen to everything that I told you, but it looks like you really got to get in tune to yourself. There's angel communication as well as communicating within yourself. It repeated twice. Meditation brings answers, and listening to your intuition. Look at this. There's a lot of inner communication within yourself that you need to ask to make this relationship last. Because the recovery is there, and you'll have happy changes that are coming about if you work this out. So yes, there is hope that your relationship will last. Many thanks for watching today. I'm Marc, the Spiritual Advisor for Marc Healing Arts. If you need my help, I'm here for you. In addition to psychic readings, I support my clients with energetic healings and spiritual coaching to move them toward where they want to be in their life. Please reach out to me through my website, marchealingarts.com, listed in the description box below. Come back next week when we'll ask Spirit, how do I attract positivity? Blessings and love to you, and remember to approach everything with compassion. Until next time, I'm Marc, the Spiritual Advisor for Marc Healing Arts, and have a beautiful day. Okay, here we go. Pick a card number 3. Will my relationship last? This one says no. So before you get upset, don't get upset yet, because I'm going to explain what's going on with this. So giving not like a big no, like, oh yeah, definitely it's not going to work out. No. I'm not saying that. I'm saying I feel like between you and your partner, you're lacking in many different ways. I feel like you need to get more affectionate, physically. You could look at just someone's eyes, make contact, and show how much you love them. Doesn't always have to be about touching. So I feel like there's a physical contact. You need to become more affectionate between you and your partner, as well as you need to express and open up from your heart. You both need to do this to make the relationship last. I'm telling you, if you do this, become more affectionate, and you speak your heart, within the next few weeks, I'm telling you right now, within the next few weeks, things will get better. Things will improve. So there's hope here. So within the next few weeks, but you got to communicate. You really have to open up your heart and tell your partner how you feel. And that's really important. So the different aspects of here, the mental, emotional, physical, and spiritual aspects of things, for it to have a balanced relationship, all of them needs to be addressed. Now, there is an opportunity. There is an opportunity or a possibility that this will work out. There's the doors opening up to make this relationship the best relationship you ever had. And that's what the angels are telling me to tell you. There's an opportunity for it. But that's only if you're willing to put the effort out into it. The doors are open up to it, and they're saying there's hope, so don't give up. But only if you take advantage of it and make things work out. And it's not only just you, but it's your partner too, to make it work. Because neither one of you, if neither one of you work, how can the relationship last? So there's an opportunity of doing different ways of approaching it to make the relationship work. And I think that's great. And that should give you a good feeling to know that your relationship will last. But there has to be effort to put into it. I feel like there's not as much effort, and you need to put more effort out into it. And whatever you're doing, whatever you're doing, you need to trust it. Sometimes we have doubts about, I'm trying to improve my relationship, but I don't know if I'm doing it right. Without coming from the top of the head and say, maybe I'll just do that. No, go within a meditation, get yourself in tune, and feel in your heart what you like to do. But once you make that decision, you want to trust it. A lot of times we don't trust things after we did it because we really didn't think through it. This way, really think about it and use your heart and never feel bad the decisions that you made. But you have to trust it because you said, yes, I used my heart, the decisions I made, and I have full trust and faith in it. Sometimes you may feel alone and you may need assistance or help from others. So you could ask help from others. I feel like there could be another person you could talk to, like a good friend. So ask help from others. If you notice how there's two people in this picture, it's like you and someone else you're going to bond with to help you with the relationship. It could be about you and your partner. It could be about you and a best friend, you and a coworker, you and a relative. There could be so many different people that you could talk to, but it's just someone. It's only one other person. That's what it's showing here. It's not many people. You ask too many people questions about how to deal with your relationship, you're going to go crazy over it. So don't ask so many people. In this, the card is telling me, the angels are communicating in the card, and it's telling me to tell you, ask someone else. Don't ask so many people. Ask for someone else who's special in your life that could help you through it. So you have your assistance. But you must believe in everything you're doing. You must believe, because if you believe in what you're doing, remember, now look at this. I want to show this something to you right now. If you believe in your heart what you're doing, you should not have a moment of doubt. Because if you have a moment of doubt, Where is that going to lead you? Not only are you manifesting it by throwing out negative, it could be doubts or worries. So that won't help the relationship grow. But if you don't believe what you're doing, how could you perform it? How could you make the relationship last? And it's not just about you, it's about your partner too, to make the relationship last. Communication is a big thing here, but it's more of a big thing. Communication, of course, always a big thing here. But the universe is giving you the door to say, make this relationship last, but you have to have trust and you have to believe what you're doing. So you have to trust and faith and believe what you're doing. They want you to ask for assistance. They're saying it's not going to take that long, within a few weeks. That's nothing. But you got to believe what you're doing for make it happen. If you want the relationship to last. Because they're saying the door is open, it can last only if you want it. But the angels are telling me, and I want to show this to you, it's up to you. It's up to you to make this last. Sometimes your partner may not put as much effort out into it. So it's up to you to turn it around. Doesn't mean your partner's not going to be there and work through with you. Well, they need to do it at their end as well. So it's not all you and nothing. But they're giving you a choice. The universe is giving you a choice. Look at the choice here. The opportunity, it's up to you. Opportunity, it's up to you. These two cards right here. They give you a free will, free choice to do it. And they also want you to believe in yourself when you're doing this. And ask for assistance. Many ways to communicate so the relationship will last. But you have to listen to your heart. And do a little side thing. Talk to him or her, whoever it is, talk to them in a way to do it in little pieces. Little pieces at a time. Think in your mind what you want to express. Do little pieces on how, think of the weak points on how you want to strengthen them. It'll take work and time into it. Not that much time, like I told you, but your relationship will last if you put more effort into it, as well as your partner as well. And you'll have a beautiful relationship to come. Many thanks for watching today. I'm Marc, the Spiritual Advisor for Marc Healing Arts. If you need my help, I'm here for you. In addition to psychic readings, I support my clients with energetic healings and spiritual coaching to move them toward where they want to be in their life. Please reach out to me through my website, marchealingarts.com, listed in the description box below. Come back next week when we'll ask Spirit, how do I attract positivity? Blessings and love to you, and remember to approach everything with compassion. Until next time, I'm Marc, the Spiritual Advisor for Marc Healing Arts, and have a beautiful day. Okay, here we go. Pick a card number 4. Will my relationship last? First card I got for you is unlikely. Looks like things are not working out so well in this relationship. Unless other changes are being put and made in the relationship, then it'll last, but you have to change things around. There's always hope, but it's unlikely. It looks like it may go the other way than this way. Unless, again, note that, unless if you make the relationship, you put the more effort into it in a smart kind of a way, as well as, of course, your partner as well, to make it last. So they're saying unlikely, like, I doubt it, but there's always possibilities. When will this improve? If both of you work it out, in the near future. In the near future, the relationship will last. If you work out your differences and you express yourself, like you need to express yourself more, become more affectionate, as well as express things from the heart. Don't hold things back or don't say things the wrong way, because that can affect the relationship, even though your partner could do that as well. But of course, we all want to learn here that we got to be careful what we say to our partner. And then you could also express that to your partner if they do things wrong as well, but saying it in a nice way without really, you're not trying to discipline them, but you're trying to help them so that this relationship could grow. You know what? In any relationship, to make it last, you got to compromise. You got to compromise. Because if you compromise and you work through things, things can really work out. Sometimes you may say, well, I don't want to go to the movies tonight, but he does. But then you say, okay, so I'll go to the movies tonight, and then tomorrow night I want to go bowling, and he's going to have to, well, not that he or she has to, but to work it out, like try to compromise to work things what that your partner wants to do things what your partner wants to do, but then another time say, hey, you know what? I did this, what you want to do. Now, this is what I want to do, and I want you to be part of my life because you're my partner. So sometimes you have to make that choice, but sometimes let that person have it their way, your partner. Let your partner have it their way, and then other times you should have it your way. So I feel like you're having issues with compromising, of like saying, well, he's always doing it his way. He's always making it, nah, do it my way. And I don't like that. I don't feel good about myself regarding that. So that's where you need to express that. So I feel like compromising, sometimes you do things and your partner will join. Sometimes your partner will do things and then you'll join them. So it's almost like you have to give and take here and create a balance with that. So I feel like this compromising, there's an issue dealing with the relationship there. Abundance. Big things can come from this relationship. This is abundance card. Big things can happen in this relationship. So there's promise here. So it can really enhance to another level. So keep in mind in your relationship, will it last? They're saying something big could come from this. So keep that in mind. If you work through it, something better will come within your partner and yourself, and this relationship can grow and evolve and ascend. That's what you really want. But again, there's a lot of compromising going back and forward. Dealing in the relationship is a big thing here. And I've always said this in any relationship, but whatever happens in the relationship, it doesn't matter whatever it is, you want to communicate clearly. It looks like there's lack of communication in this relationship, like most. So you want to, everything you're saying, make sure your partner understands as well as you understand. So if you don't communicate, how will the relationship last if you're not expressing yourself? So always keep in mind to express yourself. That's really, really important. Besides compromising, you want to express yourself, but in the right way, and it has to be clear. Because if it's vague and broad, your partner may not get it. And then you'll say to your partner, yeah, but I told you, but you didn't say it in a way that they understand, so you want to relate to them. That's another thing. You want to relate to your partner to make the relationship last. Now look at this. Get more information. Get more information. So what does that mean? That means you have to think things through to make things happen. Isn't that part of communication? You want to think things through, so you work things out. So you want to get this data information from your mind on how you're going to work all this out. So there's a lot of thinking going on here in this relationship. So you learn how to communicate clearly. and you'll learn to compromise, like I mentioned to you. But something beautiful will come from this. That's why I said the abundance card is right here, that you got something beautiful will come to it. If you put those two steps in play to make the relationship last. But here's a big thing, big thing. Forgiveness. You have to forgive your partner, whatever has happened in the past, or what you're holding on to now. You need to let it go, because if you do not let it go, and this is part of communication, even within yourself, you have to let it go. Let bygones be bygones, because if you hold back anything from the past that the relationship was on shaky grounds, that could hold the relationship from going forward. So keep that in mind to make the relationship last. And I know it'll last because look at this. You got the abundance card. So beautiful things can come out of it. Big, beautiful things will come out of it. But keep in mind to compromise, communicate. You've got 2 communication cards here. Also about getting more information. So big communications going on here. Compromise is really big coming on. Big abundance card. That means beautiful things will come about in big ways. But you got to forgive, and bygones be bygones. And you do all this, your relationship will last. Many thanks for watching today. I'm Marc, the spiritual advisor for Marc Healing Arts. If you need my help, I'm here for you. In addition to psychic readings, I support my clients with energetic healings and spiritual coaching to move them toward where they want to be in their life. Please reach out to me through my website, marchealingarts.com, listed in the description box below. Come back next week when we'll ask Spirit, how do I attract positivity? Blessings and love to you, and remember to approach everything with compassion. Until next time, I'm Marc, the spiritual advisor for Marc Healing Arts, and have a beautiful day. Okay, pick your card number 5. Will my relationship last? They give it a definite yes. There's a lot of hope in this relationship. Look at this. First card I got was yes, it will last. But let's talk about how to make it last, and you'll get the definitely affirmative yes if things work out in the relationship. But it looks like more in favor of it. It can work out. But let's go into it. Now you may question this, but it says a year from now. It looks like there's a lot of work that you still need in this relationship to make this last. A lot of work is involved, but they're giving an affirmative, like, yes, it will work out, but you need to put work and effort into it to make the relationship last. So there's a lot of things that you're going through. I'm reading the cards right now, that the angels speak through the cards, and it's telling me to tell you that you have your ups and downs, confusion, distortion, things that are going on in your life. You have to work through things that haven't been totally worked out. You know, dealing with, like, you need more, not only communication, but also respecting and loving each other more. I feel like that you need more of a bond here, more of a connection. You need to be closer. Like when people first meet, they act different when they continually know each other. I'm not saying that you're not affectionate, that you are, but you need to become more affectionate and make the relationship more special. But there's work involved. Any difficulties that you need to work through, you work through. And you'll know as they come. But your angels are telling me to tell you, no need to worry. No need to worry. Because it will work out if you're willing to work it out. They know it's work. They know you could be really stressed about it, and you could get confused, and then you feel out of place. But don't. They're telling me to tell you, don't worry about it. Things will work out. Just communicate. Look at this, and you'll love this, that the situation will improve. That should make you feel really good. The situation will improve. As I'm saying, don't give up on it. And it'll take time. Like it's telling me it takes a year, so you have a lot of stuff that you got to work through the year to put yourself at a different level than from where you are now in your relationship. But through this, really important is to remain positive. To remain positive. Because by remaining positive, the relationship will work out because you're emphasizing on it. Because if you have negative thoughts, you can manifest that and it could affect your relationship. So you need to remain positive. No matter whatever difficulties that you're going through, you stay strong, stay focused, and do what you need to do to make the relationship last. Yes, we all can think a little negative here and there, and I understand that, but overall, and don't feel bad about it, you're human, but overall, remain positive, because if you want a relationship to last, you want to throw good vibes out there. And look at this. If you do all this, your angels are telling me to tell you this. Right away, they're telling me that it'll be a success. Look at this, a success. You can see the card right here. It's telling you the angels are speaking to you. And they're telling me to tell you it will be a success. If you do what the angels are telling me, if you do what the angels are telling you, it will be a success. That you'll do really well at it. That's why they know it's a lot of work, but it looks like in your favor. And look at this, you got a yes and success. Look at these two cards, yes and success. That means to say, oh, absolutely. The ball's in your court. It will become successful, but you have to remain positive toward it. But don't worry about it, because you'll be okay, and the situation will improve. But we know there's a lot of work involved, but stay strong. Look at this, two people. Looks like the relationship will bond and grow and manifest in a beautiful way. The relationship will last. Look at this. Romance is going to be in relationship. So if you're lacking, it looks like there'll be romance in this relationship if there wasn't before, or if there is a little bit, it will improve even on that. Because two people, you can see the bonding between two people in the picture. Two people will be bonding, and that's you and your partner. So when you look at it, and that's a nice feeling to know that you and your partner are going to bond. This closeness, I mean, there's so much hope for this relationship to last. But let me repeat it one more time for you. So this way you have it in your memory. They're giving an affirmative, yes, it will last, and you'll become successful at it. But remember to think positive thoughts, because there's a big time manifestation here, how this relationship will last even by your own thoughts. So keep that in mind. But they don't want you to worry about it, and you will get close and you'll be more loving to your partner. You know, communication is the key for everything. And yes, put that in place. Absolutely. That's like a number one. Communication could be nonverbal communication, verbal communication, whatever it is. Put it out there in a relationship and bond with your partner and work through all the things that you need to work through. And the answer to your question is yes, your relationship will last if you put the work and effort out into it, because the ball is in your court. Many thanks for watching today. I'm Marc, the spiritual advisor for Marc Healing Arts. If you need my help, I'm here for you. In addition to psychic readings, I support my clients with energetic healings and spiritual coaching to move them toward where they want to be in their life. Please reach out to me through my website, marchealingarts.com, listed in the description box below. Come back next week when we'll ask Spirit, how do I attract positivity? Blessings and love to you, and remember to approach everything with compassion. Until next time, I'm Marc, the Spiritual Advisor for Marc Healing Arts, and have a beautiful day.